Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Darkest Hour, or more or less a new Darkest Hour. This is the last time in a good amount of time we're going to be doing Darkest Hour. My previous LP, I lost one round and the other one was faced with technical difficulties that I can't understand. But anyway, we're going to be doing my country this time. It's a much smaller country, it's going to be a less action-packed LP, at least, you know, in the grand scheme of things. We're not going to be a major player in any sense of the word, in any meaning or shape or form. We're going to be one of the small, puny little countries that were kind of overrun and overlooked by the entire world. So, yeah, well, let's just be one of those countries. I'll admit immediately I've done some small changes. For instance, sailing, you know, Norwegian sailors, it's fishing, it's, well, let's face it, we don't have the economy to have a large navy, but at this time we really tried to build heavy cruisers and things like that, but it didn't really turn out as well because we didn't have the manpower. So what I've done is I've given myself a little more starter manpower. I have given myself, I think, 4 or 5 more IZ. Not that it's going to matter much. It's going to matter a little bit when it comes to militia, perhaps some garrisons, maybe just some attachments for our units in the long term. And I have given my tech teams, almost every one of them, all 8 of them, 1 more skill. None is higher than 7, but you know, that's about what I've done. I have playtested this pretty heavily, and it works. I uploaded a video a couple of hours ago. Ever since then I've been testing this and playing it a bit and seeing how it goes. Deleted all my old save games, so that's done. Apart from that, I think this is going to be hopefully a long and fruitful LP where I can actually do something. Norway is a country I know fairly well since it's my own. For centuries Norway had been part of the Danish realm until Denmark had to concede without Iceland or Greenland. It's to Sweden in the Peace of Kiel. An attempt for Norwegian to proclaim independence from their Swedish neighbors was foiled by a military intervention by King Carl XIII. However, the Swedish king allowed his new subjects to internally recognize their constitution. Yeah, the constitution was formed. A small war was fought. Carl XII was killed. There are some controversies there. However, some believe it was a Norwegian sniper, some believe it was a Swedish general, seeing that the war didn't go their way. Who knows really what happened, but he has a huge hole in his skull, which indicates someone shot him. Who it was? He was standing on top of some trenches when he was shot, though, so, you know, they were attacking a Norwegian fort, and it didn't go well. Employment... Great War, leading to the radicalization of the Workers' Party, which had been founded in 1887. In 1923, a Communist Party was formed, and in 1933 appeared the Fascist Party, National Samlinga, under the leadership of Vilken Quisling, who was shot after World War II as a traitor to his country. So, full tech team takeover, yes. Difficulty normal. AI aggressiveness normal. Once every 3 months, no. Once every 5 months, everyone can start more, no. End date 20 years from now. So, well, I'm gonna see how the sound levels are, and nah, you know what? Let's just go. If we have power, we'll never give it up again unless we are carried out our office. Joseph Goebbels, the German, what was it, propaganda minister or something like that? Yeah, I think it was. Okay, so here's our little, but in my, of course, personal opinion, very beautiful country. Not the oil power we are today. We don't have the oil yet, so we're fairly dependent on fish, energy exports, and timber. Which isn't a resource in the game, but we earned quite a bit of money on that in this period of time. You can see our leaders. we have Chief of the Air Force, Jakob von der Leip. I haven't found a lot of info on him in Norwegian. I've been searching for him, but I haven't found a lot of information that I feel is really important. I don't know why he's so obscure. He died to the war, and he didn't have a lot of radical ideas, which I guess is why he's not turning up all over the place. Anyway, we have Chief of the Navy, same leader. Chief of the Army, Christian Kolake. He was shot as a traitor during the battle. Actually, he just said to the king, you know, when they fled from Oslo up here towards the middle of Norway in the time, he said, you know, we should surrender, we can't win this. He was right, we can't win, but he was shot as a traitor nonetheless. Chief of Staff, Otto Ruud. We have Head of Intelligence, Alfred Roger Lund. Minister of Security, Trygve Håli. Armaments Minister, Adolf Indrebø. Foreign Minister, Halden Koht. Head of Government, Johan Nygaardsvold. And, of course, Head of State, Håkon den 7th, or Håkon the 7th. He's our king and leader. Okay, let's see here now. Of course, we are democratic, but I'm not going to go towards there yet. I'm going to go one towards central planning for now. Okay, as you can see here, I have changed up a bit the tech teams. Like Horten Naval Yard was 3, now it's 4. So it's no radical changes here, except Norske Hydro. They didn't have management. I gave them management so that our industrial technology would move on, not just stand still. We have a lot of dissent. We have 20 dissent, which is going to be a pain in the ass to get rid of. We're going to start with early decryption. Old Hustle will take care of that. There you go. Infantry, we're going to be doing 1921 infantry. Take care of that. Actually, you take care of that. And we're going to do aircraft, multi-role fighter 1932. Kjell Freyfolk. We'll do that. Okay. Let's see here. We have about 20 IC. As I said, I've moved it up a bit. We have 12 in the original, I think. So we don't have a large amount of IC, just enough so that we can earn a bit of money, and of course build up more industry. There you go. There, upgrades. There are some of those already. There you go. And now we have a bit to production. So, gonna sort our navies here. Rebase. Rebase. Ah, one more thing I forgot that I did. Narvik, Oslo, Ålesund. Okay, the landing spots where the Germans can land is in Oslo, Kristiansand, Ålesund, Trondheim, Narvik. These are the areas where they can land forces. Of course, our other problem is going to be the Finns joining in. So as soon as Russia falls, the Jerrys are going to start pouring troops through Finland and just crushing us up here. At which point, if I don't find myself with a large enough army, I'm gonna pull back to Narvik and just stay there. Just, you know, bottleneck. Because these two provinces, we just can't defend them. They can attack them from several directions. If we stay in Narvik, they can't, unless they declare war upon Sweden, which I have never experienced, and it's very doubtful it's gonna happen in the first place. So, extremely fast, just to get it out of the way. Oh, we have one Air Force wing. Wow, really impressive that. Okay. Oh, and as I said, one thing I forgot to say I did. Let's just take a look at the Navy and it's gonna all become clear. These transport ships, sure. Rebase them. Narvik. I don't think we're ever gonna use those. Brusgård. No. Is there no one here who's I'm willing to... No, I'll just do it. Anyhow, you can see Kvalheim Norge is a level 4 heavy cruiser. In the general game, it's 2, a level 2 cruiser. I moved it up 1 notch just to make the flagship of Norway a little grander. The others here are 3, and we have 1, yeah. And of course, these destroyers were level 0, which just basically is torpedo boats. I moved them up a notch as well and made them 4, apparently. I thought I made them 3. Anyway, these are not very modern destroyers. There's a lot of old technology here. I just moved them up a tiny bit notch. Maybe they can be of some use to us. The cruisers definitely will be. I'm gonna move you to bat again. In real life, there wasn't a sub-pen in Bergen before the Germans arrived. It was used for Norwegian submarines, which never really got used during the war. Admiral Daisen will take over. So we have Kvanam Norge, Kvanam Tordenskjold, Kvanam Harald Hårfagre, Kvanam Eidsvoll, and it's the destroyers. Now, KNM stands for Kongelige Norske Marine, which translates to Royal Norwegian Navy. Just so you know. Fine. Okay. Good. Good. I'm just checking the leaders here. And there. Okay. Yeah, I know a bit about these leaders from before, so it really helps. That really helps. Okay, it doesn't seem like I've been generous enough when it comes to my supplies. Let's just put it on 2 blank. That should do it. We have some reinforcement needed doing. I thought that was strange we didn't have any of it. There you go. And you, I'm just gonna leave B. Just gonna leave 1 more day to go by. Yeah, would you look at that. You need to keep an eye on those supplies. They're really gonna fuck you over. Okay. Okay, it looks like it's stabilizing. At any rate, we're gonna need some more firepower if we are going to defeat the Germans. Of course, we can't defeat them per se, we can hold our own. And that's our goal for this campaign. Our goal for this campaign will be to hold out until Finland joins the war. Bottleneck Narvik, I've never tried that before. I've always tried to defend these 2 areas, but as soon as they fall, you know, the majority of my infantry falls and boom. The country is just, yeah. It becomes slightly smaller. It becomes nothing. So, it's to hold our own against the Germans first, when they try to do their landings, by the Navy. I'm gonna use the Navy to basically destroy my enemies. Destroy their landing craft or the transports, and basically just try to hold them back. This, of course, would have been much easier if we had the carrier capabilities, but one, we don't have the industry to build carriers, or even if we do, it's an enormously long-term project, same with battleships. But I will be building 2 battleships, at least, maybe 3. I know the Germans have a couple in the beginning, since my German campaign, and I know they don't have the Bismarck at the beginning of the game. So all I need is slightly more modern battleships than they have, and it's going to give us an edge. Just enough of an edge to be able to win between us. I'll of course have to research some naval doctrines. Yeah, everything's here seems to have stabilized quite nicely. 1918, I'm not going to build this kind of very old infantry, it's no point. We have HEQ, or very old HEQs, we're not going to bother with those, but here you go. I don't think they're that modern, the German battleships. And there is something about the IC, how much IC they take. I don't know if these are the same. No, this one is slightly cheaper to build, I think. 36 IC, 36, okay, so they're the same. The build time, is that the same? That's the question, isn't it? Yes, the build time is also the same, which is why it does not save us any money to build old battleships. So I'm going to build 2 new ones right off the bat. They're going to be finished in 1938 in good time for the war. Of course, I have to protect these with air power later. I am well aware of that fact. I'm not going to bother building anything of this yet. Ooh, mountain divisions. Yeah, well, all of this is very old. I'm not going to bother with cavalry. It's not going to be any use to us. I'm not going to be able to do any blitzkrieg in this campaign. The music sounds awfully loud. Let's just turn it down a bit. There you go. I hope that saves your ears a little more. I don't really hear what you hear. My loudspeakers have their own independent volume, which doesn't affect the computer volume, which I'm using to regulate the volume for me so that it doesn't give a lot of feedback into the microphone. There may be a lot of static in that, by the way. For that, you have my apologies. Maybe I didn't explain this. My ears at the moment are fucked up because I've been using earphones so much, and well, cut a long story short, the doctor said I shouldn't be using earphones for a while, just to let my ears breathe, as he said. Don't ask me why they've turned to this mush, but it's not very good. It hurts if I play loud music or something right now, so that's why I try to keep it down. Why did I even start oil refining? I don't even have any oil to refine in the first place. Well, obviously we have something because I'm gaining oil. What the fuck? We could be trading for it. I have auto trade set on, I don't really... Oh, no, we're not going to start that. That's a waste of time. We're going to start, however, our naval doctrine. We're going to need better naval doctrines than the Germans. Not just better ships, but also better doctrines. Going to be beating them on the ocean. If we can do that, we have bought ourselves some time. And we like time. Time is good. Free market stimulates research. Private investors decided to focus their investments on military and industrial researches. Thanks to their capitals, we have been able to fund new research in our universities and research centers. Research modifier +1, very good. Gain a blueprint technology carrier integration, we're not going to be using that. We gain a blueprint for 1932 multi-role fighter, which we are researching already, so that's going to pass by quicker now. Yeah, it's already 50% about, or thereabouts, on the way. No, you haven't started far enough yet. Infantry, since I'm not researching artillery at the moment. Where are you, Adolphus? There you are. There you go. They have one more skill. I didn't change that actually. They do have 5 skill in the original version. Yeah, this is going to be slow paced and maybe a little boring for a lot of you that are used to, you know, Germany having a lot of events, a lot of things happening. Not a lot of things will happen, so feel free to skip ahead one video. I should have probably stated that in the beginning of this video. Maybe I did. The memory is the first thing to go. At any rate, we're gonna... 1921, not gonna build that either. What I will be building is some fire controls for our ships. And some anti-submarine warfare stuff. Perhaps I should wait for 1932. Yeah, perhaps. Can we build some artillery? Nope. Nope. There. Oh, does my subs have torpedoes? No, my submarines do not have torpedoes. Torpedo, 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 torpedo. Yeah. I watched Red October. The Hunt for Red October, I should say. We have 4? 3. There you go. You may also hear the clicks of my keyboard quite well because I'm using the microphone on my desk, so it's pretty close to the keyboard. Usually I use a headphone mic, but, you know, as you well know, I can't use it at the moment, or I shouldn't be. So there's that. As you can see, we have a long coastline, so we do have a good reason for building ships in the first place. But, yeah. This will be finished quickly. I should also perhaps concentrate on building some more IC. Always nice to have some more industry. Can't have too much of it, that's for sure. Just me yawning. As I said, not a lot is gonna happen. Okay, there you go. I'm not gonna bother with anything more from here right now. Air superiority. Look into it. Call Gustav Fleischer. He's gonna be the one doing the land doctrine for us, by the way. Oh, bank bankruptcy. The main cause of bank bankruptcy is the bank taking too many risks. Bank crises have existed all over the world, both in low developed countries and the states with powerful economy. Other important potential factors that can generate problems with bank systems are the contagion effect, which can appear in these situations when the problem of the bank confronted with get effects, blah 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 blah. Industrial efficiency down, national descent up. Both of those are horribly bad for us, considering our already low economy. Well, these are done. We don't have the money to... Oh. Indirect approach. Good, good. This is very old technology, so it's really gonna go quite fast. Although we don't have the best tech teams. Let's just face it, we're on the lower end of the spectrum, and, well, there's not much we can do. The USSR, the Soviet Union, Estonia, Lithuania. Ah! Infantry divisions. Good, good. Infantry 1931. Now we're talking. Now we're getting some technology that is really going to help us. I will be starting to building infantry divisions right after this technology is finished, since we don't have the time to wait until 1936. Of course, that depends on me having the IC to do so. Well, I will as soon as the fire controls and torpedoes are done. Oh goodness, there's a lot of upgrades needed doing and I don't have. Let's just start it and see how far we can go with it. Every little point helps. We are 14%, or 14.91, so 15% IC capable on down here, which means that it's gonna just happen at 15% of a normal upgrade rate, which is very, very fucking slow. Like these divisions here. Only one of them at a time. I can't upgrade both at the same time. That is bad. Compared to Germany, which we just did, which had more than plenty enough of IC. Ah! Credit is flowing. Lately our economy has seen an increase in investors' confidence, which brought an increased investment in anticipation of future gains. Thanks to the money brought to the new investments, the overall efficiency of our industry has increased. Industrial efficiency total +0. Yeah, this is basically a rebound of what we had last time. It's just the complete opposite. Now we can punch more IC into it. We got about 15%, or 14.91. Now it's 20%. See how that goes then. Whoops. Ah, the fire controls are done. Yeah. So these ships will be given fire control. Can't all my heavy cruisers have it? Oh, here they are. Why are they at the bottom of the list? I don't get it. So now they have an increased firing distance, which is good. We also have more open IC along. It's halfway there. I don't want to be doing anything else in the meantime, I don't think. Just have to be patient. It's sometimes the only way to get this done. We also have to build an air force. On scramble duty, that is. You can't have them flying air superiority continuously. It's going to be built out of interceptors, since we're going to need to shoot down bombers a fair bit. If we can keep them from bombing us too much, that includes our navy, which means me having to split up my air forces quite a lot. May also forcing me to have them stationed on the ground while we are being bombed to re-equip themselves and re-prep, which is going to be painful for us. So here we have our 1926 division. I think we started it. Yeah, we started with 21 divisions, 1921 divisions. So yeah, we didn't really start with something fancy or powerful. Ah, the torpedoes. Excellent. And that seems to be the end of the first episode. Next time on Let's Play Darkest Hour as Norway, we will be looking into starting to build up our infantry divisions. We'll also be looking into possible ways of building up the navy without it becoming too expensive to keep up the initial building on the ground. As soon as our military division or our infantry divisions are done, we'll be looking into the air wars. This will be an interesting one. Well, I see you all next time on Let's Play Darkest Hour.